Hey Mukesh, I'm into non-IT. Can I switch to IT without any coding background or without any skill set? Can I switch to different domains in IT? Is that possible? Answer is yes. Recently, there are a couple of students who were into completely non-IT. They have switched to IT, but you have to understand the different pathways that exist, different skill set that you need to add. Then after that, you can get into IT. It's not a straight way, but it is possible. In this video, we are going to talk about how you can start your IT journey, but understand that it will take some time. If you're thinking that within 1 month or 2 months you can do, it's not possible. Depends on which path you choose. You have to decide a goal, you have to decide a timeline. And yes, within 6 months to 1 year, you can easily switch. Depends on which skill you are adopting. So I will just give you a brief introduction. What are the different ways you can adopt? But if you want more details, let me know in the comment section and I will help you out. See, the moment you see IT from outside, you just think it's a development, testing, and deployment. But once you get into the IT, you will realize there's so many roles which you can adopt. Right from development, testing. Testing also, we have different verticals. We have DevOps engineers. We also have security, performance. Talking about project management side, again, we have different areas. You can also get into pre-sales. You can also get into tech sales. Once you finalize which path you want to choose, then the next part will come, which skills you want to learn if you get into that particular role. You might be having a question, Mukesh, I don't have any idea about any of this. Then which one should I choose? Then here's the truth. You have to pick one and start exploring from the free videos. When I say free videos, you have to do some research. Now, if you have a friend in IT, you can get help from them. Or if you need any help from my side, let me know. I can also give you some guidance that what area will be suitable for you depends on a background. Let's say somebody is coming from BCA background, they will have a different journey. But somebody is coming from BCom background, they also have a different journey, right? So it depends on your journey. I can help you out which role will be suitable for you. You need coding background, without coding background. Yes, we have a role, but based on which skill you choose, the number of openings will vary. Now, if you want to do research, open any free platform. You can go to YouTube, see what kind of tasks they do, what is their roles and responsibility, what skills they need. You have to become resourceful. It means you have to do some research from your side and then you will finalize. Now, during a research, you will also find the multiple things that you need to learn. Again, take baby steps. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, one step at a time. You pick one technology, go to YouTube, search what exactly this role is, what is the roles and responsibility, which tool. So out of 10, you have to pick 2 or 3. Now pick one and try to learn. Again, please remember, don't pick the dead technologies. You might pick something which is not trending. For example, you pick mainframe. It still exists, but if you see number of openings are very less. So you have to pick which was in the more demand and which one suits as per your personality and which one you can adapt within 6 months to 1 year. For example, you started with, let's say, project management. You went through a couple of videos, you understood what they do, but somehow it is not matching as per your personality, or maybe you're not liking that domain. Then don't worry, pick the next one. That's the reason I said pick 3 or 4, so that in the next 3-4, you will realize, okay, this one is relates to my personality and I can contribute. Now, once you have finalized using YouTube videos or, free resources which is available or through guidance, now you need to go through a proper training. Understand you're coming into a different field, so you need some expert advice. You need mentorship. Again, I'm not recommending my courses, but you take courses from anyone, but make sure that person is having the real-time knowledge, because that can trim your journey from 1 year to 3 months. If you take a proper training, let's say you will spend 6 months without training. With training, you might do in 2 months to 3 months. Obviously, it will cost you, but trust me, you will get the real-time experience and mentors will help you in this journey. Now, be very careful. There are a lot of things in the market. They are selling courses, but they are making false promises. So before you make any call, talk to them, understand what they're exactly going to deliver. Will it help you? Will they provide any completion certificate or not? Now, coming back to certification, there are so many things which is happening around certification. They will charge you so much, but that certificate is not adding value. So understand what certificate is valid, then only go with certificate. If you ask me, I don't have any certificate so far, because in interviews, your knowledge matters. Even if you have 10 certificates, but if you're not able to clear interviews, it's of no use. So secondary part is, certificate, but first understand that you need a real knowledge, then only go with certification. Personally, I don't recommend certification. It will just give you little, I will say, a plus point, but it does not matter. If you have a knowledge, if you're able to clear interviews, we are good to go. Now, before you jump into any skill set, understand the basics. You should be comfortable with how to write emails, how to work with Excel, the basic thing, basic networking concept, OS concept, because nobody's going to teach you all these basics in their courses. If they do, it's good. But otherwise, you have to learn this basic skill from your side. Again, be resourceful. Everything is available on YouTube. Go to YouTube, do some research, learn from any mentor. Main thing is you need knowledge. You might have to do some extra research that which mentor is giving you the perfect knowledge, but these basic fundamentals you should be ready before jumping into IT. Now let's imagine you picked a course. Okay, you decided a domain first, then you picked, okay Mukesh, I want to learn this. You took a course, now you're done. What next? Next part is networking. See, until you don't network, because right now you don't have a professional network, so until you don't have anyone in your network, chances are very less that you will get hired. Now you have to start networking. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, please create a LinkedIn profile, connect with some professionals. If you are into tier 1 cities like Bangalore, Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad, please attend meetups. Meetups are the great way to socialize, and instead of spending time on Instagram, spend time on the meetups. In every city, you will find 1 or 2 meetups every month. Go to that meetups, understand what is happening in the market, what people are doing. Are they hiring? If they're even not hiring, you will understand the latest trend. Based on the trend, if you adopt your tools or the technology, you will be always ahead of the game. Networking will give you a little jump in your career. Now you can say, Mukesh, I'm not into this, tier 1 cities. What is for me? Then you have the online workshop. Every day there's some kind of workshop is happening. Go to Google and search for online meetups or online workshop. You will find plenty of them. Enroll and understand. Please understand, it's not a expense. It's an investment that you're doing, right? Because you're switching from non-IT to IT, it will take some effort. This effort could be your time. It could be the money part. But again, please spend the time and money very carefully. There are a lot of people who are running different programs. They're not adding value. Understand which one is adding value to you and then take a call. Recently, I went to one of the startup event and I noticed there were a couple of founders. They just started, they have a small startup and they want new people to join. So everybody have a dream of MNCs. Okay, we will talk about that as well. But you have to start small. You need the entry point. So if you go to this kind of startup events, you will find a lot of founders. You talk to them, talk about your skill set, and you can simply ask that this is my skill set. If you come across any openings in your company or any other company, please reach out to me. Or if any referral, please let me know. Because until you don't tell, answer is always no. There's a famous quote that if you don't ask, answer is always no. So since we have to get into IT, we have to take some effort. And again, it has to be on the flow. It has to be normal. Don't be too pushy that directly you are going and just asking. No, it has to go in a flow. So please understand, these startups can be a game changer, startup events. Now, very important point, couple of things which you have to avoid. I've seen a lot of people have a lot of expectation from IT, which is true. But if you're just getting started, please don't be unrealistic with the expectation about the packages. You might see 10 lakhs LPA, 20, 30, 50 LPA. But if you're starting small, you don't have to worry about package. The main thing that you have to do is to get into the IT, get the experience. The first year of your journey should be learning, not earning. So don't have unrealistic expectation from the first job. Second part, be comfortable with the location. You cannot say, I cannot travel to this city, I cannot travel to that city. Nowadays, few companies are giving full-time work from home, but many companies are having hybrid mode. So if you have to travel to a different city, please don't say no, because once you get into the IT, you can do switch. But when you're starting a journey, you cannot have many filters. The moment you keep adding filters, the number of openings will come down. So please don't add unnecessary filters. Again, same point. Work from home expectation. Yes, there are few companies, they allow you full-time work from home, but in start, you have to be very comfortable. The most important part is your MNC dream. You said, okay, I want to get in this company. This is my dream company. Yes, you will get there. Only thing is you need to start small. If you just focus on that MNCs have a different requirement. For example, XYZ company, they have a requirement that if you want to join as a fresher as well, you should be your BTech with 70%. That is the first criteria. So as a fresher, you cannot get into that MNCs. But once you have 3+ experience, 2 years experience, then this requirement will not matter much. They just want somebody who have 2+ experience or 3+ experience in this particular technology. 10, 12, your engineering is not that important. once you have the experience. Last part, perfect job description or dream company or the dream job. Okay, that is okay, but understand the reality. Even if your 70% skills are matching, you should go 60 to 70%. If it is matching as per the skill set that you have achieved or as per the job description, please go ahead. Don't expect that whatever you know, it should match according to that. I've seen many candidates, they rejected the offer. They said, Mukesh, I was not comfortable and I rejected. Big mistake. You need to evolve. There's so many things in the era of AI, everything is possible. You just write one prompt, everything will be coming. So be flexible in terms of learning. You need to adopt new things. You have to adopt new tools, adopt new technologies, because you cannot stick to one tool or technology for a long time. Now, I want to give you a very small tip regarding internship. Internships are gold. I've seen many people, they don't show much interest on internship. Internship is not for your earning, it's for learning. With internship, you can get the real-time experience. You might have to push your boundaries, but trust me, that is worth. Because the moment you get into internship, they will be giving you some tasks, initially few tasks, then they will give you multiple tasks. I know sometimes no stipend, sometimes you will get a very small stipend, but trust me, right now we are not focusing on earning, we are focusing on learning. I've seen many cases in the past that internship get converted into a full-time role. If you perform good 3 months or 6 months and they're very happy with your work, everybody needs a good candidate. Why not to hire an intern who already working from the last 3 months or 6 months? Many cases they converted, interns to a full-time role. So don't avoid internship, even if it's paid, unpaid, less stipend, doesn't matter. Internship should not skip if you're coming from non-IT to IT. Now, additional points, those who are watching the video till the end, they will get some extra part. That when you are starting from non-IT to IT, you have to start from the startups. You cannot directly jump into MNCs. You have to start with startups. Even with startup, if you have a contract, it's perfectly fine. Even with big MNC you're getting, but as a contract role, it's perfectly fine. Part-time works for me. Full-time, best. Even if you're getting the tech support role, it's a ticket to IT. I've seen, again, many cases, since I'm into IT almost from 12 years, I've seen many people who jump from BPO to KPO, then they moved into, full-time DevOps engineer or dev role and testing role. In the same way, if you're getting into tech support role or tech associate, please don't hesitate. You need to adopt some kind of mindset mantras. And these mantras, if you want to remember, please remember, otherwise note it down. I'm here to learn, not to earn. Every task is an opportunity. Practical skills matters more than the perfect titles. So don't run behind the titles, just focus on the practical skills. And trust me, my friends, consistency beats perfection. Understand, guys, every employer needs a good candidate. They need someone who is good in technical skills, humble, ready to adopt the new tools, technology, and that's what matters. They don't need fancy certification and all. If you are good with technical skills, if you're having the good communication skills, that is more than enough what employers needs in the current time. So don't worry, start your journey, don't overthink. Once you take first step, then you might get into a second step or you might get into third. But if you're not starting because of overthinking, trust me, you will never start. Start now. Don't worry, you're not alone. If you face any issues, if you need any guidance, let me know in the comment section and I will help you there. That's all about this video, guys. So thank you so much for watching till the end. In case you're new to this channel, then make sure you subscribe this channel, share with your friends who are planning from non-IT to IT, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.